What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Trini, and today I'm coming at you guys with a review over Waves. Swish. No. So help me God. No, neither one of those. Life of Pablo. Now, if you've been keeping up with Kanye's release on his latest complete album, you'll understand that little, joke reps I made at the beginning or whatever. It was kind of cheesy, but whatever. But basically, Kanye West, like, the name of his album has changed so many times. It's like this whole release process of his album was like real crazy and hectic. Like nobody knew when it was going to release, what's going to be called, or what's going to be on it, just because of how he was releasing it. Now the way he released it was he and Chance the Rapper, they were on SNL, and then they had the performance. And at the end of the performance, which was great, they performed one of the songs off the track. And they performed it. It was amazing. And at the end, Kanye West just goes, it's out, it's on Untitled. Everybody go look, something like that. And so after that, of course, everybody went to go see Kanye, and we got it. Now, this album was supposed to be a gospel album. Now, if you heard it, it's nothing like that. But I'll explain more of what, I kind of figured out what he means by that. I'll explain more later in the video, but it's a gospel album. Now, the title, Life of Pablo, it's kind of weird. The first thing I thought of was Pablo Escobar, the drug lord, the most successful and popular and notorious drug lord there ever was, Pablo Escobar. But, that's not really the case, because I didn't really, see the similarities between the two. But there is a similarity between Kanye and Pablo Picasso. Now, if you ever studied art history in school or whatever, you know that Pablo, Picasso went through a couple phases in his life. First off, you started with I believe it's the blue phase. Yeah, the blue period. And that was, he was very sad. I got my notes on my phone, took notes on this whole album. That's what took so long making this video, but that's what I'll be referring to. If you see me, looking away, I'm referring to my phone. But the blue period, now this was a very sad and gloomy period. That is like Kanye West's album 808s and Heartbreak. Then after that, you have the rose period, which is romantic, happy. And it's also in pale, the color for that is like pale pink, red, something like that. Kanye West, My Beautiful, My Dark Twisted Fantasy. I forgot, the album title, but yeah. And then you have Cubism, which is natural forms were changed into geometric-like shapes, more complex. Yeezus. If you listen to each album and keep these descriptions in mind, you better link the two. And now we're on to neoclassicism, heavily built sculpture piece like the Grecian woman. Something that takes a lot of time and effort and is well put together and is very, something to behold. It's very awesome. Much like his latest release, it is a great album. There are a couple places, it's kind of, but overall, I love the album. Like, it's a fantastic album. I feel like, the old Kanye is back. He's, done focusing, well, not done focusing, but, he's made his impact on fashion like he wanted to. And I feel like after he felt like he made his impact, he put his mind back on his music. And, we got the great old Kanye West, making great music. And I'm so glad for that, because this was a great piece. And yeah, so basically, the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to go track by track on the album. I won't take too much time, on each track, just because, that'll take forever. This is going to be kind of a long video, but I'll make it as concise as possible. So we're just going to start off with number 1, which is Ultralight Beam. On that track, you have Chance the Rapper, The Dream, and Mary J. Blige. Now, this song was like amazing. When I first heard this song, and I was like, a gospel album? And then I heard this song, they had the church choir in the background, and then you have, Kirk Franklin or Donald McClure, I forgot who it was, but one of those guys, you have them on the track, they're speaking. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Like, the church choir, they sound so glorious, and it's like a really great track, one of my favorites. And so in my head, I'm like, okay, this is how the track going to be. It's going to be a lot of this in the track. I didn't mind. It was great. But then you go to the second and third tracks, Father Stretch My Hands Part 1 and 2. And those within the first track on Father On Father Stretch My Hands Part 1, the first track is if this model and she just bleached her butthole and I get blood on my t-shirt, I'm gonna feel like a butthole. And right there I knew this ain't regular gospel. Like, this isn't traditional gospel you're used to. This isn't, you know, on the radio, you know, grandma driving to school gospel. There ain't none of that. This is Kanye gospel. I immediately thought Kanye gospel. And on those tracks, Father Stretch My Hands Part 1 and 2, you have Kid Cudi, you know, an amazing artist, and Designer, who sounds a lot like Future. Like, we got us a knockoff Future in this song. It comes on, you know, if your metronome don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. And right there I'm like, oh snap, he got Future on the album. Like, Future is Future. So I'm hyped for Future. But as I listen, I'm like, nah, this not Future. This knockoff. This ain't the real. This ain't Future. And I look it up, and it's a guy named Designer. Apparently he's, you know, with Future brand or whatever. But it's whatever. It's cool. You know, I felt like because, you know, Amber Rose exposed Kanye with the whole finger in the booty thing. So when he made the booty reference, I don't know, I kind of choked a little bit. That's what I thought about the fact that, you know, Amber Rose played his booty. He made a booty reference. And then on Father Stretch My Hands Part 3, it was kind of like a Travis Scott type feel to it. If you ever listen to Travis Scott, you listen to this track, you understand what I mean. I can't explain it, but it's just, you know, you got to listen to it. That's the first time I thought of it. I was like, hey, it sounded like Travis Scott a lot to me. And then you go on to, you have Famous with Rihanna. And in this track, he mentions Taylor Swift. And like what he said, he was like, he said something like about Taylor Swift and him still, you know, because he made her famous. And hence the name of the title of the track, Famous. Now, I was like Kanye, like, what are you doing? Like, Kanye just, you know, chill. Like, this man is crazy. He just says what he wants. And, you know, also Swiss Beats produced, you know, help with the production of this track. And you can tell because he doesn't shut up. This nigga, every 2 seconds, oh, you know what I'm saying? Something like, I'm like, Swiss, please. Okay, we get it. You made the beat. Congratulations, bro. You made a Kanye beat. Thank you. I appreciate it. Shh, just be quiet. Thank you. And then you move on to track number 5. Then you move on to track number 5, which is Feedback. Now this one, when I was listening to it, he made a couple rests. It was like, money can't make me do something. He started talking about money, and I kind of thought about, you know, like him being in debt, and, you know, like even though he's in debt, you know, I feel like explain why he was in debt. If you listen to it, because he talked about, you know, about money, how it can't make him do nothing, but you still needing all this stuff. So, you know, it's just about him spending money or whatever. I don't know. I just kind of thought it explained why he was in debt. That's what I thought about. He also, he said something like, hands up. We was doing what the cops taught us. Hands up, then the cops shot us. And I was like, you know, shout out to Kanye supporting the Black Pride movement. Good job, Kanye. And the funny thing to me, though, at the end, it was, he made an Oprah reference. He was like, you get a coat, you get a coat, you get a fur, you get a fur. Big booty dips view, something like that. It was crazy. I just, you know, that really made me laugh. That was a funny part on it. Then track 6, which was Low Lights. This was just like a, I forgot what they call it, like a intermission type piece or whatever. It was just, you know, and I really like this piece, even though it's like not a real song. I like it. It had like a little old school feels, like dum 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 dum. It had the little beeps in the background, and I thought this was like real cool. Gave like an old school type feel. And then you move on to track 7 with Young Thug, which is called Highlights. Now this song, you know, continues that old school vibe, which makes it one of my favorite songs on the track. But it adds that, you know, new Kanye twist. Of course, Kanye is not gonna, you know, just, he's always gonna do something new to it, and I enjoyed it. Now this song, he made a reference about Ray J. He said they would still be friends if they didn't love the same woman. And Ray J might have hit it first, but the only problem is that Kanye is rich. Now at that point, it was confirmed, like, okay, Kanye was crazy, but maybe he might come back. But after the Ray J reference, I was like, he had the point of no return. Like, Kanye can't come back from that. Come on now, man. He was like, he's just going crazy. And then he mentions robbing Black China. He said Black China helping Rob with the weight. I was like, dude, like, chill, Kanye. Like, Kanye ain't no type of chill. Then he gonna say that he and the Kardashians are the new Jacksons. And I'm like, okay, Kanye, you talented. Yeah. Your wife, what's her talent? Like, she don't have no talent. Then he made a porn reference, which is ironic, because your girl got famous off a porn video. So I'm like, Kanye, what? You gotta think, man. Think. I don't know, man. It's still a good track. It's just, you know, this song, it was kind of like real crazy. Real crazy. Then you got track 8, which is Freestyle number 4. And on this track, it kind of starts off, the beat is kind of creepy. It's like, you know, low-key kind of creepy a little bit. But throughout this whole track, all he's talking about is him and Kim like just like rabbits at a Vogue party. And as I'm listening, I'm like, you know, maybe he wasn't drunk making it, but, you know, I feel like the vibe behind it was, you know, he's at a Vogue party, he's drunk, and he just wants to, you know, fuck Kim. And it was his line, it would say, close eyes and see something. I'm like, you know, you close your eyes and you drunk, you hallucinate, something like that. I don't know, you off something. You gotta be off something if you know, at a Vogue party, you know, go crazy, which was kind of cool. Track 9, I Love Kanye. Now, if you ever listen to it, you're going to think this is just a track about Kanye, you know, say how much you love Kanye. But it was really like him, like, you know, poking fun at, like, the Kanye haters and the Kanye lovers. Like, people like, I love you like Kanye loves Kanye. Things like that. You know, people say stuff like that. It was kind of like a jab like that. He said at the end of the song. I thought it was funny. I just laughed at the whole track. If you can see, I put, no, you can't. But I put skull emojis in my notes next to this. That's all I put. Then you got track 10, which was Waves, which was produced by Chance the Rapper. Now, also, this track was supposedly a part of the hold-up in, you know, the release of the album. Yeah, because he was like, Chance really wanted the album, really wanted this track on the album, so they had to wait so they can get the track on there. And I feel like it was worth the wait, you know, because this was a phenomenal album. It was worth it. I'm not going to really talk about it. It was a, you know, a good album, not really much to talk about. Other than, like, it was a good album, good track. I think it had Chris Brown on it, which was really kind of dope. You know, just a simple track, nothing crazy. It was nice. Then you move on to track number 11, which is FML. Yeah, you have track number 11 with The Weeknd, and The Weeknd's on the hook, and he's, you know, he does a great job. This is also another one of the, you know, one of my favorite, well, more like songs on the track. Not my favorite. I can't really pick a favorite. It depends on my mood, but, you know, this is up there. I really like this song. It's a very chill vibe to the song, you know, something you can, you know, relax to, vibe to. As far as the beat goes, the lyrics are a little something different, you know, as far as the vibe, but the beat itself, I feel like, excuse me, I feel like the entire mood of that track is rather chill. And you got Frank Ocean on there also, and, you know, still waiting on Frank Ocean album. Come on, dog. You told us 2015, gonna have the album out. Maybe you meant 2016. Give us some, man. I'm waiting, please. And you got track 12, which is Real Friends. Now, this is a single that released earlier. This is like one of the singles they released, I believe, at the end of last year, earlier this year. But, you know, this is it's nothing new. Like, people have heard it already, and just this, it was kind of about, like, you know, people disconnecting from society and people using each other. And, you know, stuff not how it used to be. I kind of, you know, thought about it to myself. I mean, like, you know, kind of made me reflect a little bit, which is kind of weird because it's Kanye. But yeah, I don't know. And at the end, it had this little angelic sound, which I thought was really cool. That's about it for that. And then number 13, Wolves. Now, he had a very cool line in this. He said something about impregnating the mind. I thought that was really deep. You know, I don't know, I just really liked that line for some reason. It spoke to me for some reason. And since it's titled Wolves, and he had this line about them being covered in lambskins, the first thing my mind went to as far as the title of the song, you know, relating to it was, you know, they're in the lambskin, and, you know, of course, wolves go after lambs to eat. So I kind of thought like that. People trying to, you know, get at them and use them for their fur or their money or their status or whatever. That's what I thought about. 14, you got Silver Surfer, spelled with a trillion I's and a trillion E's. I just thought about, you know, Silver Surfer riding the waves, because the album's supposed to be called Waves, but it wasn't. Then it got changed from Waves to So Help Me God. Then from So Help Me God to Something Else. Then from Something Else to Life of Pablo. Pablo. Yeah. Then track 15, 30 Hours. Now 30 Hours, this is my favorite song on the track. I'm kind of tied. My favorite two are tied, but this is definitely one of those that's tied. 30 Hours. He starts it off. He shoots some shots at Amber. My ex says she gave me the best years of her life. I looked at her Instagram, and I guess she was right. I was like, like, he coming for you, Amber, because of the, I guess, the booty hole reference. He didn't like that too much, but then he said something about me and wifey making a home movie or something like that. I was like, dude, why are you so intent on exposing Kim? Like, she already been out there, dude. Like, did you not see the video? Like, what are you doing? He keeps trying to expose Kim. Then, out of nowhere, he just started mumbling, like, I guess his jaw locked up or something. I don't know. It was just kind of weird. The beat, I really liked it. The beat was nice. And he said something about the pyramid shall rise. I was like, whoa, big fella. Like, bring it back. Chill. Chill with the pyramid reference. It's like, Illuminati, question mark. That's about it. He called it a shout-out track. Don't really know why, but he just said that, I think, towards the end of the song, shout-out track. Then, number 16 is the other track they released earlier this year, titled No More Parties in LA with Kendrick Lamar. Now, I'm not going to talk about this track, you know, like, at all, because I dropped a review on it earlier. So, I'll try to link that video so you can go watch that, overview of that song. But other than, you know, from my review, he changed the beat, kind of, you know, revamped the song. Me personally, I don't really like the beat. I like it as it was. I mean, it wasn't a good track to begin with, but I don't know. I feel like the way it was originally was fine. Like, he didn't have to change the beat up. You know, it's just my personal opinion. 17, which is Facts. Actually, pause. I didn't talk about track 16. I talked about Facts. No More Parties in LA, that was a track. It did release earlier this year. That's the track with Kendrick Lamar on it. No More Parties in LA. I don't know. It's Kendrick. It's a good track. I don't know what to say about it. I didn't really take any notes on it. I didn't really have any feelings towards it. I just listened to it. It was a pretty good song, but it didn't really do a thing for me. 17 is the track they released earlier this year, which is Facts. This is the one with the, you know, revamped beat by, what is it? The Charlie Heat version. You know, I guess Charlie Heat did the new beat. Bars for, you know, the new track. This is the review, so I linked that down there and you can go watch that. And number 18 was the last one, which is Fade. This is my other song tied for top 2, and on this track you got Post Malone and Ty Dolla. Now, real quick before I talk about the track, Ty Dolla or Ty Dolla Sign, whatever you want to call him, I don't like his music. Like, I don't like his music, but when he's on a feature, it's like his voice sounds good with other people on other people's music. Like, him by himself, can't listen to it. But when he on somebody else's track, it's like it's bumping. Like, I don't, maybe it's just me, maybe it's not, but can't listen to it. But when he on somebody else's track, it's like it's bumping. Like, I don't, maybe it's just me, maybe it's not, but it starts off, it starts off with this like nice reggae type sound, which I thought was cool. Then the beat changes and it's this old school beat. The first thing I thought about was like old school 80s cop show, 80s cop movie, something like that. So had a real retro feel. Not saying like it sounded like old music, but I feel like if Kanye was living back in those times, then this is like what Kanye's sound would be like. Because, you know, of course, as time goes on, things change. And of course, even Kanye being as innovative and original as he is, you still have to draw ideas from somewhere. But you know, if he lived back then, this is what he would sound like, at least in my opinion. So, but yeah, this is another one of my favorite songs. I just love it. It was a live beat. You know, that'll do it. 18 tracks, a phenomenal album overall. I really enjoy listening to it. I've listened to it several times, you know, mainly so I can get this video out for you guys. I'm so sorry it's late, but oh well. But yeah, you still can't see it, but if you can see it, like, this is notes upon notes, you know, of me on each track taking, you know, notes about how I think and how I feel, so I could, you know, make this video for you guys and give, you know, valid thoughts. Just, you know, just have to listen to it over and over. Overall, great album, phenomenal, like, no complaints. I'm so happy I feel like the old Kanye is back. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, I hope he continues to make great music like he did in the past and now, because, you know, Yeezus, even though it's like Cubism, I guess because it was the Cubism phase, it's kind of crazy though, the fact that it lines up with the Pablo, the phase of, you know, Pablo's life, and now you have the phase of Kanye kind of linking up with it. I don't know if that's intentional or if it's a coincidence, but it's kind of crazy. Oh yeah, so now, after I finished the whole album, listened to it a couple times, I understood what he meant by gospel. He meant Kanye's gospel, which is him preaching like his word is gospel. If you look up the definition of gospel, it's basically like preaching, you know, preaching the word, telling the truth. And throughout this album, you know, he doesn't hold back on any topic. Any topic that he want to talk about, he talked about it freely and openly, which I think made the album such a success and so phenomenal, is because of his honesty. And, you know, Kanye being Kanye on the track. Like, Kanye was just Kanye. He opened up, he did whatever he wanted to, and it came out amazing. So it was Kanye gospel. You know, the gospel. Kanye's gospel, not regular gospel. If you don't have the album, don't go download it illegally. Don't go download it illegally. Go get Tidal. Listen to it some type of way, because trust me, the album is well worth it. I went and got Tidal, did the, you know, the free month trial. As soon as it run out, ending it, because I don't want to listen to the album. So yeah, guys, that'll do it. Go check it out. A dope album. Like, I can't stress how many times, I can't stress how glad I am for this album. Like, it's an amazing album, honestly. You have to listen to it. Like, me talking about it and saying these things, like, it doesn't do it justice, because these are just my thoughts on, you know, each track. It's not really, you get it. But that'll do it. Follow your boy on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter @iTrendy, Snapchat Music Monster. It's your boy, and I'm out.